Superintendent Darren Filkey, Officer in Charge Traffic Services Branch with SAPOL. Unfortunately, I'm standing here again today to talk about another very unfortunate collision on South Australian roads, which has resulted in the loss of 2 lives. It really drives home the impact of these collisions when we know that the 2 lives lost in this particular incident were a mother and a daughter. Not only that, we also have 2 people now fighting for life in the Royal Adelaide Hospital. We're hoping that we don't have to add to the number of 2 from this particular collision. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This has to stop. We have to start using the road responsibly. We have to make good choices. We have to start following the road rules. We have to share the road. If we can do all of these things, it gives us the best chance to bring this number that is ever rising on our roads to a stop. At the moment, we are tracking in terms of lives lost for some of our worst figures since 2019. And unfortunately, if the numbers continue to rise, we're going to have lives lost in a number that we haven't seen since around about 2010. Again, I ask all road users, please take every caution on the road, share the road responsibly, make good decisions and good choices when you get behind the wheel. And by doing that, we'll have the best impact in terms of reducing this number. The police are one part of a system that's trying to get our roads safe. We're doing all we can to do that. Personally, I'm not familiar with the road itself, but it serves as a reminder to people in regional areas that they need to be ever vigilant on these roads. They may have been roads that they're used to, that they've travelled a lot before, and it only takes one mistake or one moment in time or one lapse of concentration that what has been a road they've travelled a lot and had no trouble on, all of a sudden can lead to tragedy. Now, this year, 55 people have lost their lives on regional roads, which accounts for around about 60% of the total lives lost for the year. So we don't want to add to that number, and I don't want to suggest that people who use regional roads are always complacent. That is not the case. There's some very good drivers in regional roads. But when they drive these roads, they need to be extra vigilant, extra careful around the way they use them and who else is using those roads. Yeah, look, it's an absolute tragedy. This family is a local member of the Clare community, local members of the Clare community. The Clare community and the surrounding districts are going to feel the ripple effect of this particular tragedy. Losing 2 members of one family is almost unfathomable. It's going to rock some people. I've no doubt about that. The people who are close to these community members and the community more broadly, and crashes and collisions and fatalities that happen in regional areas have a really long-lasting, deep effect because of the way that the community is structured and the way that people interact within the community. So I've no doubt this is going to be just a tragic set of circumstances for this local community.